Hi everybody and welcome back to the Coderoom. Now in this episode we're going to learn all about lists. In previous episodes we taught you guys how to do headers, tables, links, paragraph text, and we're just going to continue that education and learning more and more HTML tags. So today is all about lists. Alright, now when it comes to lists in HTML, there's really two types of lists that we're dealing with, okay? So let me give you an example here. So let's say we have two lists here. One list here is my favorite foods, and in no particular order. I like pizza, I like barbecue pork rice, I like ramen, I like shawarma. Okay, let's say that's a list right there. And when we talk about lists, we're really talking about bullet point lists, okay? So these are lists, you see there's a little dash in front of them, and they're kind of indented a little bit. Okay, so that's the list we're talking about. Now in this first list, there's no really order to it. It's just a bullet point set of lists, and this is what we call an unordered list, okay? And the second type of list that we deal with are called ordered lists. In other words, where your bullet points are really numbers, all right? So in this case, we have the steps to flying a drone. So 1, understand the laws, 2, charge the battery, 3, do a pre-flight check, and so on and so forth. And in this case, again, your bullet points are not dashes or circles or whatever you want to style them as, but they're actually numbers, right? So this is called an ordered list, all right? So these are the two types of lists that we're going to learn today: unordered list and ordered list, all right? So just like tables, you kind of want to break this down a little bit, and it's a lot less complicated than tables actually. The only breakdown you have to do is each individual item is its own tag, okay? And we'll learn that in a little bit, all right? So let's start with our unordered list here, and then we'll move to the ordered list. All right, so let's say we want to type my favorite foods, okay? So we're here on our website, we've got our headers and links, and we've got some pricing down here. Now let's put in my favorite foods. Okay, so if I look at my code here, you know, I've done my movies, my links, here's my pricing table. I'm gonna scroll right past the pricing table, and I'm gonna add a new section here, and I'm gonna call it my favorite foods, okay? You know, for fellow Canadians, obviously there's a U in there. Okay, and now we're gonna add our list, all right? So in this case, it's unordered, so there's no numbering. All right, and to do an unordered list, you use the tag UL, okay? So UL stands for unordered list, all right? And then as always with HTML, we close that. So there we go, we have our unordered list. And what you're gonna do is for each item in that list, okay, you're gonna nest a list item tag inside the UL, okay? And the list item tag is simply LI for list item, okay? So we have the UL, and how many items are we putting here? So we have pizza, barbecue pork rice, ramen, and shawarma, so that's 4 items. So for each item, we're gonna put a list item tag, so LI. Okay, so close that. LI, close it, LI, close it, LI, close it, all right? So we have list item tags for each one of these guys here, all nested in a unordered list tag, all right? And now we can fill these in. So the content of the list item is the text that you want to appear, okay? So pizza, barbecue pork rice, ramen, and shawarma. Okay? So let's save that, go back to our website and refresh, and there you go. You have a bullet point list right there sitting in your page. All right? Okay, now let's do the ordered list. All right, so steps to flying a drone. Okay, so let's create a new section for that as well. So we'll do a header, and we'll say steps to flying a drone. Okay. Now in this case, we're going to do an ordered list. Okay, so to do an ordered list, you use OL, standing for ordered list. OL. All right, and then you close it. All right, and in this case, we have 5 list items in there, okay? And in this case, we're using the same tag as the unordered list, okay? So the big thing that changes between ordered list and unordered list is that outer tag. It's either UL or OL, but inside it's the same, okay? So we're gonna do a list item. And we're gonna do 5 of those because we have 5 steps here. There we go. All right, whoops, I'm backslide. Okay, so understand the laws, charge the battery, do a pre-flight check, and check your surroundings and fly safe. Okay, so understand the laws is our first list item. Charge the battery is the second item. Do a pre-flight check is the third. Check your surroundings. And fly safe. Okay, so we'll save that. Come back here, refresh the page, and there we go. We have our steps of flying a drone. We have a ordered list there with the numbers, and they're all indented nicely. All right, so that's how you build lists, and this is another good example of understanding how coding HTML is all about understanding how these tags interact with each other, right? Because if you put an LI tag inside a UL tag, it ends up with a bullet point. But that same tag, if you put it in an ordered list, tag, it ends up with a number. All right, that's it for this episode. We'll see you in the next one.